All right, let's try this again. Today I'm going live with Cobi Morales, the owner and entrepreneur of iRun and Casa Adriana in Guatemala. Cobi's a professional triathlete and runner. He's a master's athlete now and is coaching a lot of really great athletes in Guatemala and also in the US. And he's been my mentor for the last 10 plus years and has helped me a lot as a marathon runner. So I'm working to get Cobi Morales on right now from Guatemala. Stand by, guys. Okay, Cobi just texted me that he's ready. Hopefully we can get him. He's at his home in Guatemala called Casa Adriana, which is a retreat center. Let's see if we can get him. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Try and get a little more shade here. Oh, there's Cobi. Cobi is unable to join. Okay, let me send him an invite again. Cobi, hold on. Invite. Cobi,
How are you, sir?
the man. we got him on from Guatemala, guys. Cobi Morales. How's my audio, Cobi? Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Beautiful. Okay, and your audio is also perfect. I'm assuming you're on Casa Adriana's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, for those of you that don't know my guest today, I'm so honored. This is like a big highlight of the year 2022 that I get the opportunity to interview Cobi Morales. He's been one of my best friends and mentors the last 10 plus years. He's been a rival in a sense, but he's actually my older brother, but he's been a role model for me. And he's the entrepreneur and co-owner of iRun Company in Miami, Miami's best specialty running store with Workout Mondays. He's also the founder and creator of Casa Adriana in Guatemala, which is an incredible running retreat center, which we're going to talk about today. And I really want to jump into Guatemala and why Cobi's taken so many people over the years down there and why it's changed my life. It's changed many people's lives. It's a great place to train. We're going to talk about nutrition. We're going to talk about what it's like to be a master's athlete. We have Cobi for 20 to 30 minutes, guys. So ask questions. And Cobi, I just want to start off with I heard you did a 21 miler yesterday. How did that go?
You know what? It was pretty good. Intentionally, I did a lot of climbing, a lot of 15+% inclines to force myself to walk, just to reduce the, I guess, anxiety or the dopamine of the run. So it was nice because I was able to walk those uphills and then just run like a little bit more like in the more rolling terrain. And it was good. It was 2 hours, 48 minutes, a pace of 9:53, which is slow, but you know,
that's okay.
With the hills and everything.
You're getting adaptation.
And I did 17 miles on the road, and then I came to the treadmill, and then I finished 4 miles a little quicker, like 7:39 pace.
Wow.
So basically, volume, strength, and then a little bit of leg speed at the end here at the house.
I really love that you added the treadmill to your arsenal because we have to give people a little bit of a background. I mean, I want you to do it too, but Cobi has a training center, literally a compound, a sacred home in the mountains of Guatemala in the highlands in an area called Tecpan. It's about 2 hours from the capital city of Guatemala City. I've been there, I think, about 4 times. I went to Casa Adriana for the first time in September, or was it late August? Right before I did the Boston Marathon, about 3 weeks before Boston, I got about 5 days of training in down there in the mountains with Cobi and Josue. And this is a professional level training center for high caliber athletes, but it's also it could be for bikers, runners, swimmers, but it could also be for people who just want to get healthy, right, Cobi? It's for everyone. And tell us a little bit about
Correct,
Casa
correct.
Adriana and tell us all about it. How you named it.
It's kind of like a mini retreat where you know restore many things. You restore your confidence. You restore your energy levels. You get to exercise. You get to work on your aerobic conditioning while you eat very fresh food from Guatemala, and it's a pretty nice, pretty safe, pretty secure kind of area around, and so the whole experience is very nice, and it's definitely a lot for everybody. If you're an elite runner like you come and you run performance runs, and if you are just a recreational runner, or you're someone who are just trying to lose weight, you just come and walk. So basically there's a little bit for everybody.
And there's garden there, and there's also staff, and there is when you said it's safe, it's so safe people don't lock their doors and cars anymore now. They
no, here
you said there's
I'm gonna do a 360 here.
Okay, so we got to explain. Cobi built this from scratch with the help of builders, according to his dreams. And there's is it 100 trees on the property, Cobi? On one acre?
No, it's actually over 200 trees.
And Kobe's very proud of that number. He knows the exact number of trees. He's tending to his trees. He's tending to his spinach garden. He's got microgreens growing out in the garden. He gets local beets delivered. This is really a special place. When I went there, I stayed in my own little cabin. Cobi has it. He has the main house, Casa Adriana, which you see right there in the background. And then he's got a little guest cabin that's over. That's where I stayed, was in the guest cabin. Cobi had a couple other people in the, but it's very affordable. Guatemala is so affordable, right, Cobi? And the food is
it is
incredible. The culture is incredible, and the trips we took, and the friendships, and you'll meet people down there, and it's also a breath of fresh air for those of us in Miami and in parts of the U.S. where we just need to, take a break from our normal life, and like Cobi said, recharge and detoxify, and put away all of our worries, and come to Casa Adriana, and Cobi will show you an incredible time. We go to Lake Atitlan, we go to Antigua, we go to up to 10,000 feet, but we also just go through like really cool like areas where horses are and where people are. And I met some locals a bunch of times. You go out and you meet the locals, you run with the locals. Cobi, who's that local I run with who's such a good runner? And we went the last day on a great
Rene is his name. Yeah.
Nice young man named Rene, and out of nowhere, we'll just do a 10K tempo run. But, you might also do an awesome mountain bike run with Cobi. Or, Cobi, what else do you guys do at Casa Adriana?
You also have your best pacer here if you need it. It's right there.
Oh, there he is. Josue. Young Josue. Now, Josue is like your apprentice. Is he like 18 or 16? He's pretty young, right?
Yeah. ¿Cuántos años tenés?
He's
19. He's now 19.
19 years old. He's such a mature and honorable young man. Like, he escorted me through the countryside, and he always had my back, and we never got lost, and he always was there for me in case I needed support or comfort. And he also helped me in talking, because I can speak a little Spanish, but not much. But I can speak a little bit, but he's also I was just really impressed by how mature he is for someone his age. He has the temperament. He has the persona of that everything's under control. He knows what he's doing with you. You've taken him on many assignments out in the country. You guys take professional. Now tell us, Cobi, a little bit about your coaching, because you coach athletes in Miami at iRun for Workout Mondays. You have a private group that you meet at the track that's high level performance runners. Then you're also coaching executives right around the world and in Guatemala. So tell me a little bit about what's going on in your coaching life.
Yeah. I coach, in different ways. Like you said, we have the group that you're part of it on Workout Mondays, every Monday at iRun in Miami. We meet at 6:45 p.m. and it's like a group workout when we all put an effort to do a nice workout for the night. And then during the week, I train, people from Miami who wants to do like marathon and half marathons at a what I will call, sub-elite level, and then amateur level. And also I coach some other people in private, which it's not basically the coaching, is that I'm basically a pacer. So I have this unique kind of job that I get hired to pace people.
That's awesome.
In races, in workouts. Yeah, yeah, right. Sounds like
a dream job,
like a dream, right? Like a dream for a runner. But trust me, it's very hard because it's very hard on the body, because I have to pace, one people on Tuesday at 8 miles, and then another one on Wednesday at 10 miles, and then another one on Friday for 6 miles, and then another one on Sunday for like 15, 18 miles. So it's very demanding on my body, but it's pretty fun when you have someone who is dictating you the pace exactly the way you want to do it. So then, it takes away the pressure of, knowing if you're going too fast or too slow. So I'll take care of that. And that's actually what I do with this private clients. I am basically, I do pacing for a living.
Well, Workout Mondays, you're all about the numbers, and that's Monday nights at 6:45 p.m. at iRun at 5050 Biscayne Boulevard. I've been going there since you created the program back in, is it 2011? 10 years, 12 years?
2011.
Wow.
Yep.
So they've become one of the top running stores and training groups in Miami. On Monday nights, we have a free group run, and Cobi is always out there in the middle of the street. And he always gives us like a mentality of what we're doing too. Like, it's not just the workout. You'll explain, we did 10 by 500 on Monday night. Some people did a little less, so you don't have to be scared by the numbers, but Cobi will tell us, based on, you don't want to do these all out. You want to start off kind of slow, and you want to work your way into these. And you also want to, leg speed and like cadence, and like also start, medium and finish faster. You'll tell us different strategies. And that's really helpful because you've been doing it for a long time now. And I guess one of the things I'm wondering is what I know you got started as an athlete when you were about 15 years old as a triathlete in Guatemala. What got you started as a coach, and what really made you want to be a coach? Because that's what I see you as, like a full-time running coach and mentor to thousands of people.
Yeah, it's I always love, like sports science. I love all this, everything that has to do with the human body, how the human body works. So for the past, I don't know, maybe 20 years, I've been doing this. And like everything in life, the more you practice, the more skillful you are. So basically what I have developed is basically an ability to interpret numbers. So that's what I do in the coaching. I'm very efficient to think quick and to interpret numbers very easy. I catch at the pace you need to run, how much rest you need to do immediately, just because so much practice. I've been doing it for so long. So that's basically what I do in Workout Mondays. That's why you see me without any book or without any guide or anything. I just go to Workout Mondays, and it could be 100 people there, and I can tell, okay, this group is going to run at this pace, this or this or this or this. And some people also on the track, and some people sometimes asking me, but how, why? And I just said, just do it and you'll see. And then boom, and it's just practice. It's just I have the practice of doing it for so many years. So, I have masterized the skill of the numbers or the interpretation of numbers.
And you're USATF
that's basically what it is.
You're USATF certified, right?
Yeah, I'm a USATF, which is the entity that rules running in the United States. Mm-hmm. And I'm also a YAF coach, which is the entity that rules athletics worldwide. I have a certification from both. Awesome. I never talk about it, but yes, I do have both.
Well, the thing about you is you not only have the persona, the experience, and the credibility, because you've been competing for over 25 years too, right? 30 years almost competition.
Yeah. I've been doing it for a long time. I compete with you many times in the past. Remember?
Yeah. We go back to 2010. Yeah.
And no longer do it. I no longer compete now because, the coaching career has taken me to a next level. So, I'm super busy with that. So now I just train to stay healthy and to pace people more properly and easier for me. That's what I do now. That's my thing. Just
amazing.
So helping people,
Yeah.
pacing people.
But you're
that's
still
all.
in good shape.
Yep.
You can still run. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you've
can
eased back on the
run still
competition. You're not
decently.
competing as much as you were 5 years ago at a
Yeah,
master's
yeah,
level. But we do want to see you get back out there for some of these trail races you've been talking about, and some of these mountain races, and some
yeah,
of these. We know you're a good mountain runner. So
yeah. I guess
uh,
eventually I'll come back whenever I find the time. Yep.
yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you mentioned, helping people get healthy and everything. I want to talk about nutrition because that's like a big thing that I noticed when I went to Casa Adriana is that you help people with their daytime rhythms of how to like wake up, get the right nutrition in you, go out and run, come back and get your nutrition, your recovery, do another run, eat again, right nutrition, maybe 2 to 3 workouts, not maybe three, but with the treadmill that you're adding on and with the opportunities, you can go out multiple times a day to train with Cobi, but I think he has a lot of secrets when it comes to nutrition. They're not necessarily secrets, but like they're things that I didn't necessarily expect right away, but like simple things. So Cobi, what are some of the simple things you do every day at your age to continue to have the energy level and the vitality you have? Not your age, but we're both in our 40s. So let's be honest with people.
Yeah.
You have to pay a lot more attention to your nutrition. And that I'm really into nutrition, and Live Ultimate, we care a lot about superfoods. What type of nutrition routine do you have each day to maintain your fitness and your brain and everything?
The first thing I noticed many years ago is the portions. That's number one. So I try to tell people that you need to eat small portions, and actually, because people might tend to think that the more you run, the more you're allowed to eat. It's actually the opposite. The more you train, the less food you want to eat to perform better,
Wow.
I'm pretty sure you have heard these stories where people
Yeah.
go do a long run on Saturday and then they go to eat pancakes and here. And the first thing that people said is, oh, I'll do it because I deserve it. I ran 18, 20 miles. But no. So this is what I have learned through trial and error to know that the more you train, the less food you want to eat. And just so, for example, if you come here to Casa Adriana, and I'm the cook. So if you come here, I just give you, like, instead of putting a handful of chicken for the people who eat chicken, I just give one piece of chicken to each person, and a little cup of rice, and a little bowl of veggies, and that's about it, and a glass of water, and maybe a cold beer if somebody wants. But small portions of whole foods in particular,
Real food.
and I think it will change the way you exercise dramatically. Before in the past we used to eat like a lot of food,
and also smaller, like multiple meals, right? Because I know we woke up and we would have oatmeal with like some bread or some type of a banana or something in the morning. When we first woke up, we'd have a coffee with mushrooms. And then after our runs or before our runs, you were giving us also beets and celery, which I love that you juice, because juicing is so important. Right from the garden.
So here, we always have, like, the snacking area. Like, you should have in your house your snacking area, right? With bananas, with apples, with grapes, available for you to snack here and there. But the key here is that if you eat a meal and you need 2 hours to digest the food before you can do something, I think you're doing it wrong. You have to be able to eat, and in 15, 20 minutes, you should be able to go. If you can do that, that means you have a great digestive system and you also eat in the right portion.
Absolutely.
So, for example, I just ate lunch, and I'm okay here. If you ask me to go run, I can go running right now. I don't have to wait 2 hours for my stomach to digest or anything like that. I'm ready to go right now. And that's because I ate, a small portion. If later I get a little hungry, then I go and grab a banana or grab, a little, a cup of grapes or something. So besides the food, Brian, I think the key is more the portions that you eat.
That's a big awakening, I think, for a lot of athletes, because myself included. I still eat a huge dinner, like huge. And then you're right. I wake
You
up in the
know,
morning and I still don't feel right until I can go to the bathroom a couple of times. But, you know, people know who play sports, you know, like in the afternoon, like if you're going to eat some grapes, you can go play tennis. But if you eat lasagna for lunch, you're going to be hurting. And, you know,
correct,
so, you know, we have to really pick our spots if we're going to have that big meal. But, you know, whether it's
correct.
after a 20-mile or, yeah, I mean, you could have like, you know, a bigger meal, but you don't want to stuff your face because we're not garbage disposals. I really think that what you're saying, a lot of athletes need to hear. We're not we're not furnaces that can burn indefinitely forever. We don't want to just put junk in
Correct.
our body, right? Like we want to put, you know, and I know you respect the land so much in Guatemala and the people and the way that the farmers grow food correctly there versus how they do it in the US. And I know you contribute a lot to the local economy there and to people that, you know, schools. And so
Yeah,
how different,
just to give you
it's so
just to
different
give you
than
an
down there.
example, just to give you a last example, you could eat a slice of pizza if you're hungry and you don't have any other food. But as long as it's one slice or a maximum of two, you're okay
Sure.
because the portion is small. So you digest it better and you feel better, even if it's not technically the best food for you, but the portion is. So
But the pizza in
it's
Guatemala is better than the pizza in the US.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
of
made with
course,
real
but
enzymes, with real cheese, with like raw,
yeah,
you know, the sauce is homemade, the dough is, I mean, we had the beer taste, everything, everything is better in Guatemala to be, it's a little
yeah.
cheesy sounding, but honestly, what did it say, guate or GT?
Guate. People said guate.
They
Yeah,
say guate. And I met one of the tourism people from down there, I remember, this lovely lady. And it's such a beautiful country. Like I don't think enough people in the US have been and heard enough amazing things about Guatemala, but it's so easy to get to from Miami. It's like a $200 flight, 2 hours, and and it's very safe. The people are so friendly. You don't really need to know Spanish. I don't know more than, you know, 100 words, but tell us more about Guatemala, Cobi.
yeah. Like I told you, like you already know, Guatemala is you know, like any other Latin American countries. Of course, there's, you know, trouble and unsafe places in certain areas, but if you're with a local, someone that you know, you're okay. You know, for example, here in Casa Adriana, we don't have fences, we don't have walls, we don't have anything. Like this is right on the open. If you guys can see
Oh,
there,
you and your neighbors
that's
are
the
so tight. Like you guys have like
yeah,
dance parties where you open up
that's
all
the
the
street,
doors.
right? That's outside.
Yeah,
So I have, you know, the main gate over there,
that's the main gate.
but if you see there, there's nothing. Like basically,
No, someone
people
could
can
just hike
just
it. Someone could hike onto your
yeah,
property, you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of course, and nobody will do it because there's, you know, it's just safe, there's quiet here, so it's all in the open. This is all open, you know, no walls, no
I think it
nothing.
throws back to a more egalitarian, like where people were more respectful and people were gentlemen farmers and with horses, and like it's just a very respectful place to live in the highlands of Guatemala compared to Miami, which we love Miami. Don't get us wrong, but when you're really looking for a retreat and escape, sanctuary, Casa Adriana is like literally. I mean, look them up on Instagram, guys. I'm going to put it into the chat here. It's at Casa. Is it Cobi? Is it at Casa Adriana? Is that
At
the
Casa
Instagram?
Adriana GT.
GT. And then your personal is at
Yeah,
Cobi Morales. Guys, what
yeah.
questions do you have for Cobi? I think I have one or two more, and then we're going to let him go. So if you have any questions, let's ask them in the chat. I know we got a bunch of people on right now watching and giving love. We got Jackson from iRun. We have Andres Spinita.
Yeah.
And we have
Andres is a good athlete from El Salvador.
amazing.
Andres, nice to see you, brother. The altitude here at the house is for you in meters is 2,300 meters, and in feet is 2,550.
7,000?
I'm sorry, 7,550 feet, or 2,300 meters above sea level.
So just below 8,000, and then we do some runs where we go up to 9,000 almost. Oh, a lot of days
Yeah.
we'll run from like 6,000 to 8,500 feet. Like not that hard. I mean, honestly, I've been to Peru, you know, up in the Andes and up to Quito, or sorry, anyways, I've been to some high places in Peru, and I felt the altitude hit me a lot harder there. Maybe it's because I'm in better shape now. When I go to Guatemala, I mean, we have one beer a night, but I don't feel at all like it affected me in a bad way, but it makes you a lot stronger. I guess that's another question I have is you have a formula that X amount of time spent at Casa Adriana equals X amount of time training in somewhere. Is that how it goes? Can you share us?
Yeah. For example, now, like I'm pacing the Miami Marathon at 3:14 pace marathon, and then 2 weeks later, I'm pacing another marathon at 3:08.
Wow.
So all I do is I come here for 4 days, and basically I'm ready to pace 3:14 and 3:08 in 4 days of
But
training.
you get like 2 to 3 times your training volume, and you're increasing your cardiovascular. Is it efficiency, or is it your tolerance?
Above 7,000 feet, you have you're working with an oxygen deficit of about 24%.
Wow.
So every time you put your feet on this land or anywhere above 7,000 feet, and you go for a run or you go for a bike ride, you go for a walk, you are exercising a 24% oxygen deficit. So that means you are already teaching your body to exercise with even more deficit, right?
Yep.
So every time you have come here and we did the 6 miles the other day super fast, we were exercising with a deficit of 24%. So what I learned throughout 15 years of training in altitude is this, that you get 2 benefits. Benefit 1 is your red blood cells increase naturally after about 8 to 10 days. That's benefit 1. That's basically the benefit that everybody knows. And then I found out the benefit 2, which is I'm here for 4 days only. So I'm not quite looking for the red blood cells benefit. I'm looking for the making my body more efficient benefit of training 4 days at altitude and going back to sea level. See? So like you are here and you only come for 4 days, 5 days. So you don't really get the benefit of the red blood cells much, but you get the benefit of making your body, your lungs, and your cardiorespiratory system more efficient when you bring that 24% that is a deficit here. Yeah. You get back that 20% when you're at sea level. Make sense?
Yeah. So you feel like sea level work is easier after working.
It is more doable because you're training your cardiorespiratory system to be more efficient. Period.
Yeah, and
I ran yesterday 21 miles at altitudes between 7,500 to 9,000 feet. Of course, there's more benefit of doing those 21 miles here than doing it in Key Biscayne. 1,000%. It's more beneficial for me to do it here. See?
Amazing. Yeah, we squeeze in so many miles in these short trips. You know, when we go to 4 to 5 days to Guatemala, we might run 80 to 90 miles, or we might do, it really depends on your level. We don't want to scare people. Some people do what, 40? Some people do 30. Everyone does what they need to do, right? I mean, and the nice thing is you have the treadmill, so someone can go run even twice a day out in the mountains with Cobi or with Josue. And then like the really serious runners, they come back and after dinner or right before dinner, Cobi will have them do 3 to 5 miles on the treadmill, just at a shakeout pace, just to get your legs moving, to get like, to clear some of the lactate, to help with like just keeping the legs loose and just getting, you know, some more fitness in.
Correct. The treadmill, I have it there. You can see it at the end. Okay. Right there. That's the treadmill right there.
Okay.
And
so you keep it outside, that's exactly, so that you can get some fresh air versus indoor.
Correct. So not only that, it's like I get the best I can get out of you on the road, and then I'll get the little, I squish you a little more here in the house.
That's awesome.
See? So that's what I do. Yeah.
Well, there's so much I want to ask you still, and you know, there's so much to show people. The house is gorgeous. Like if you go into any part of the house, Cobi did not, you know, spare any, not only expense, but also his heart. He put his heart into this place. It's named after your grandma, right, Cobi? Adriana?
Yeah, that's the living room.
And look at that spiral staircase, which leads up to the master bedroom and another bedroom. And there's like 3 bedrooms in that house. And then you can house about another 5 to 6 people in the cabin that I stayed in. There's a bunch of beds. There's a restaurant right down the street that has incredible food. We ate that one meal there for how much was it? Like $10 to $15, and like we had like
10 to $15 is the maximum you'll pay here for
it's
food.
just
Yep.
crazy. And we had like everything we wanted for food and beer and everything and coffees. You know, coffee's big in Guatemala. We didn't talk about coffee. And your neighbors bring you all types of local stuff. It's just a magical place. Guys, we had the rare opportunity today to interview Cobi. He is an entrepreneur, and he's always been teaching me and other people about, he's basically teaching us how to fish instead of, handing us a fish. He's always teaching. He's always mentoring, whether it's business. It was not easy to start your own running store, right? Wasn't easy to build your own retreat. You could have spent your money in any number of ways, like on a fancy place in Miami, you told us, but you would rather, come back to Guatemala and support the local economy. And that's what you're doing, is you're bringing so many people into Guatemala, and it's really cool. So I actually am committing to coming back in 2022. And I'm going to come for a longer time this year because I now work from home, so I can set my own hours, and I will be doing an 8 to 10 day trip this year to Guatemala, hopefully in the next 2 months. So I'll show everyone behind the scenes. I'll interview, everyone down there. And thank you again, Cobi, for your time today. If there's no last questions.
Thank you for the invitation, my brother.
Yeah, I think,
thank you very much.
What is your last little tip for longevity, for just mentality? Do you have any last parting words to share with our guests today about, as a athlete for over 30 or 25 years, you've been a professional athlete and coach, and you're basically a life coach. You've helped mentor. What do you have advice for people that are watching right now?
If I want to give somebody a piece of advice based on what I have learned myself as personal experiences, we need to let it go. A lot of the baggage we're always carrying. Insecurities, doubts. Too much data, too much worrying about pacing, too much worrying about weather, too much worries about external factors, and not really paying attention on which is more important, which is yourself. The power, the strength is inside you, and we need to learn how to get that power out, on our own in a more organic way. And that's why I always put you as an example, because for me, I don't know how many people know, but I know you really well. And I always use you as an example, because if there is someone that I know that knows how to block everything and just perform at a high level and the best of his ability, is you. I always put you as an example. Like, Brian is a person that has the best ability to perform at a high level, and it's because he's not thinking on anything else. He just set his mind. Basically, you set one frequency, and that's it. There is no other frequency. While people go throughout the whole radio channels, just switching frequencies. So I think we need to be more focused, be more alert, and be more present. That will reduce anxiety, and they will help us, get a little bit better of ourselves. That's what I can say.
Yes, someone just said the definition of mind over matter. I think that's a really good point. Is like, there's a lot going on in our lives. Like, I just found out yesterday I have to move out of my apartment by the end of February because the new owners are moving their family in, and it was shocking news, but I can either cry or I can get to work. You know what I mean? Same thing when it comes to training. We come to work out Mondays, and we have stuff on our hearts, maybe because it might have been bad traffic. We might have had a bad day. We might have had a great day, or, we might have our ego too strong in the moment. But ultimately what Cobi's saying is, when it comes time to do a workout or training or competing, like, singular focus and not judging yourself so much, just giving all you have and being grateful, and then not comparing yourself to others. Like, there's always someone faster. There's people faster than me. You just do the best you can do, and you want to have fun. If you're not having fun, if you're not, learning, and if you're not humble, you got to be humble, right? I think that's also a big thing, and you oftentimes praise me, but it has to keep me in check, because I am, I can have bad races where, if you have something happen and you start crumbling and fall apart, it's usually just because you're not strong-willed enough in that moment. I've had things happen in the marathon recently where a cramp's coming on, but I just told myself it's going to be okay. Just keep working 1 mile at a time. Just don't give up. Don't give up. That's the bottom line. Don't give up. Like, don't stop. Keep going, And the race ended up turning out great, but I was plagued with anxiety for like the first 10K or the first half of the marathon. But, I just kept talking myself through it. And I know your advice over the years has always been, to run by feel, to not look at the watch, to just trust your training and to be strong. You always used to say to break sub 16, you have to have huevos grandes, right? And so, but we call him the Bull, Cobi Morales, the owner of Casa Adriana and I Run. Cobi, thank you so much for coming on today. A lot of great advice was shared. I'll put this up on YouTube and also on IGTV. Thank you so much, Cobi. We love you. You're our big brother, our hero. Keep doing what you're doing,
brother. And thank you for everybody who is watching. And we'll see us again. I hope people can. Because people can re-see this thing later, right?
Yes, we will save it. Yep.
Awesome. So people will see it tonight. Awesome, great.
Yes, and come to Workout Mondays. Don't be shy.
I'll be there Monday.
Yeah.
Brian.
So Kobe's
and
there
good luck
Monday
on your
night.
race.
He'll be there Monday, and then he'll be back. Sorry.
Good luck on your race on Sunday. Good luck.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I have a big race on Sunday in Naples, and the Iron crew is going over. Again, just focus on the moment, right, Cobi? Just do the best.
Saludos.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
Christian, thank you for joining us. Martin, everyone, last
Martin also, thank you. He's in California. Yep, awesome.
Christian's a lot of great people on today. All right, Cobi, take care. Have a great time in Guatemala. We'll see you again soon.
I will bring you frijoles, Carlitos. Ciao, Brian.
Peace.